Hello, my fellow Americans. Did you hear that they're keeping our healthcare expensive because they think that we need to have skin in the game? Otherwise, we're going to basically just use and abuse our bodies and count on them and rely on them to take care of us. Yeah. Hi. Just story time. Okay. I'm a descendant of the Eisenhower family line of settlers. I grew up as a drain on resources. Okay. I pulled myself up by my proverbial bootstraps into the CCO of a fucking mergers and acquisitions corporation that was doing compliance for private sector mergers and acquisitions. All right. And we did billions of dollars in business. This was a small company, but we were not doing small transactions. And I would like to remind everybody that they lob off 150 employees without even so much as a guilty conscience or a fucking pizza party. And they will basically sell it to private equity, who cannibalizes it within the next 3 to 5 years, is going bankrupt. And then guess what? There are no more jobs at that fucking company. And that's been happening in the fucking private sector for a really long fucking time. And the reason that they have, grocery store aisles that are basically owned by six companies, with all these different brands, is because in order to not be called a monopoly, they have to make sure that they diversify the different fucking brand names, and they do things under different fucking businesses, but all the same management and all the same fucking shareholders. So let's talk about it for a fucking second, because we want to sit here and we want to act like, our for-profit healthcare system is better than all the other universal healthcare systems out there. But let's talk about it, because essentially we have a couple of people that are making billion, trillion fucking dollars on the back end while they're keeping our healthcare expensive, saying things like we need to have skin in the game. Universal healthcare is something that every other fucking developed nation has done for their fucking people. Not to mention, healthcare, the way that it started back in the fucking 70s with insurance companies was that they were nonprofits, okay? But then somebody got the bright idea that they could make money off of that shit, and now they make a ton of fucking money off of that shit. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It's fucking personal story time, okay? For a second, I would like to share that my 9-year-old, yeah, she doesn't ask to have fucking respiratory symptoms from her allergies and her borderline asthma, okay? Sometimes she gets a cold, and we have to run her to the hospital so that she cannot die, so she has the ability to fucking breathe. And she didn't ask for that shit. All right, she's 9 and she is in perfectly good health otherwise. It's just sometimes she has too much inflammation in her fucking lungs and needs a little extra help. All right, and I think that people need to be very careful when they say things like, victim blamey things, like people are choosing their bad health, because there's a lot of fucking reasons people need healthcare in this country. And before, we had people that came in and basically were on our side, they were allowed as insurance companies to deny people with pre-existing conditions. My daughter would probably be somebody who was denied medical care or insurance because of pre-existing conditions, considering the fact that she has allergies and borderline asthma symptoms. So can we talk about this for a fucking second? Because I think that it's so goddamn callous from the fucking pro-lifers who can't even see that children do not choose to have bad health. Children do not choose to be abused by fucking men who want to torture them, and children definitely do not choose to be fucking homeless. So if we can't help out the people, the pro-life people that are basically saying that we should, basically pull us up by our bootstraps, if we can't help out the people who can't pull themselves up by their bootstraps, who are fucking minors, then why is it that you're claiming that you have any fucking hope of getting into heaven? Okay, and I don't necessarily believe in heaven, because at this point I feel like if there was a Jesus, that rapture should have fucking happened a long time ago, and a sinkhole should have opened up underneath the fucking White House and swallowed a whole bunch of fucking P3 whole. All right, but at this point I think that we need to understand that if we the people can't fucking work together, and if we the people can't fucking realize that, those that have more than God himself with regard to their fucking revenues can't share in the fucking economy, then maybe, just maybe, we're gonna fucking be on a sinking ship of our own goddamn making. If we can't realize that taxing a fucking multi-billionaire a couple $1,000,000 is the equivalent of taxing a guy who makes $100,000 $100, then we have a fucking problem in this country. And if we're gonna sit here and allow people like Miller, who are gonna say that they want a nation full of 100 million fucking white people to run things, we are no better than 1939 Germany, okay? And I think that we need to understand that shit, because essentially they are descending us into a fucking, just essentially a fucking spiral into, things that are not gonna fucking feel glorious, all right? Because essentially our economy, it sucks. It's spinning the fucking toilet right now. Our world standing, same thing. And the people who are running things have zero fucking empathy. In fact, they want you to believe empathy is a sin. But I think that you need to go in and read the red words in your fucking Bible, because you guys are the ones that are claiming that you're gonna get saved. And I don't fucking know how you think that that's fucking possible, because children are affected by these fucking policies too. It's not just the people that you think are eating 800 fucking chicken nuggets in a fucking day and sitting on their asses at 600 pounds. Fucking vile. You guys are vile.